and welcome to my space here. This is going to be the relationship toolbox called Divine Medicine, and today I'm going to give you a little stretching / yoga sequence to help you protect yourself energetically and to help you select your thoughts like you select your clothes each day. This is a process. This is part of my little stretching and yoga routine that I've been doing, especially over the last spring and summer. It really helped to ground me. And today we're working with the Queen of Swords, which I'm so excited about because I am a Queen of Swords. I'm a Gemini, so I love working with Queen of Swords energy. I brought my sword because I'm going to give you this little I love props and I love having things in my hands, because that's one thing I want to talk about. When we're working with air energy, one of my favorite things is the mind and working with the mind, but it's really important, and using those higher chakras of our third eye chakras and our crown chakras are really awesome. It's awesome to be in that energy, but what's really important when you're in that energy is to also ground yourself to earth. So having a really deep connection to the earth. So this practice is going to help to ground you and anchor you, because sometimes when we're not grounded, our thoughts can turn into anxiousness and anxiety and worst case scenarios of, we have racing thoughts and they spiral, and thoughts can actually be really addictive, and thinking negatively is a habit. So I'm going to teach you how to break that bad habit, because it's probably been one of the hardest habits for me to break, is to being kind and gentle to myself and using my thoughts. And that's totally the Queen of Swords. It's our mind, it's our words, it's our voice, using it to make ourselves feel relaxed in our body, soothing our nervous system, using our words to soothe ourselves rather than get ourselves all worked up, because your thoughts begin to have a physiological effect on your body. So yes, it's important to be connected to your thoughts, or rather be connected to them not being you, but recognizing, being able to move through your thoughts. Whereas a lot of times we get stuck in these traps and these loops in our mind. Have you ever felt trapped or stuck or just really, just bound in any way? And it really starts in the mind. So when we can begin to, because we have to be able to rise above our environment, and that's what kind of the Queen of Swords helps us to do. It helps us to access this higher version of ourselves that's always connected to source. And when we connect to that aspect of ourselves, it frees us from anything that might be keeping us stuck in the physical world. If we're feeling bound in any certain relationships, or if we're feeling stuck in any certain circumstances, we can go into this stillness, still our mind, and choose to select our thoughts, and not allow our thoughts to be created from what we're experiencing in our environment or the people we're around, but connecting to thoughts that are of a higher vibration, that allow for you to remain in this center within yourself, that allows you to feel compassion and peace and joy and happiness and stability and security, no matter what is happening in your external world. So if you can find that and anchor that inner world within yourself, then you're going to feel very strong. You're going to feel very confident. You're going to have very strong boundaries, and the Queen of Swords teaches us how to have boundaries, how to create peace in our life. So boundaries allows for people to enter our lives, but it also, when they leave, our thoughts about them need to go too. So sometimes if we spend a lot of time around certain people, we kind of absorb their energy, but we don't know that we're absorbing it. So I am going to give you a tool here today to help you kind of protect yourself energetically, and it's going to require you to use your imagination and to really get yourself into that energy. So you kind of have to open your mind here, open your heart, and allow yourself to kind of be with your body, connect with your body, and know that you're doing these things with intention, right? And that's the Queen of Swords as well. It's doing things with intention, rather than, our subconscious mind and our unconscious mind will drive us throughout the entire day, right? And we'll be at the demands of our ego all day long, and we'll have tantrums, or we'll have these, things that seem to disrupt our inner peace, right? That make us feel very strong emotions. And what I'm going to teach you today is how to find that anchor and keep that anchor, so that even when anything's happening in your external world that seems like a detour, or a mishap, or somebody even cuts you off in traffic, can you remain in that inner stillness and that inner peace, and not allow something externally outside of you can dictate how you feel within. And that's kind of the Queen of Swords, is she has boundaries. She doesn't allow things outside of her to affect how she feels. So like I was saying, if you spend a lot of time around people, when you absorb their energy, then when they leave, you might still be obsessively thinking about them. Have you ever had obsessive thoughts about a certain situation, a certain thing, especially if you're dealing with like breakups, or you're in kind of relationships, or even watch if you're anxiously attached. And being anxiously attached is nothing to be ashamed about. It's just this energy of you're wanting to control your partner, and your entire mood and your body and its like design is going to react from their emotions. So you're just very emotionally entangled, and you're allowing somebody else's emotions to dictate how you feel about yourself. If you can't hold your own ground, especially in relationships, you're gonna fall into their energy field all the time, and you're gonna absorb their energy. So you have to really learn how to find that balance within yourself, so you can stay very anchored towards yourself, and you can know that the energy that you're taking on, like, you can't take on your partner's energy for them. You can't help them, you can't save them, you can't fix them or change them or control them or make them who you want them to be. You have to kind of let that go. And that's what the Queen of Swords has taught me, because I was that way. I was taught to be that way. It's how I watched my parents relate. And so we have to really get back to our roots and those ancestral beliefs, those ancestral patterns that are keeping us stuck in unhealthy cycles in our relationships, or even in harmful relationships, or even in harmful relationships towards ourselves. It can really limit us in a lot of ways. So this will be a great way to move beyond those limiting beliefs, to kind of learn how to let go, so you're not so anxiously attached and like clinging to other people. Or there could be another aspect of it, or like wanting, you deny your own needs and how you're truly feeling in order to like keep the peace, so that you don't disturb your partner, because you don't know how they're going to react to you. And your nervous system is going to be constantly on guard, and it's going to be you're going to constantly feel like stress or tension in your body. And this will take a toll on your well-being. Like, it'll take a toll on your physical health after too long. So this will be really great for creating boundaries within yourself, and knowing when you need to, disconnect. Like, where can you go connect with nature, right? I was talking about incorporating nature. Like, if you're feeling really anxious and you have an anxious attachment, forming a relationship to your nervous system, forming a relationship to the earth, and forming a relationship to your body / your health are going to be what you need in order to create a secure attachment within yourself, so you feel very grounded and safe in your body and your mind and your spirit. And it takes a lot. Like, for me, sometimes it takes so much work just to get myself anchored into the energy of feeling safe in my body. It's safe for me to be seen, it's safe for me to be heard, it's safe for me to express myself. Like, and a lot of times in childhood, we weren't safe to do those things. Like, we would have maybe been punished, or we would have been laughed at, or we would have been ridiculed, or we would have been neglected or abandoned, or not seen or not heard. And so then our nervous system then was protecting us, right? But it's our job as adults that when we recognize ourselves reacting strongly to things, especially in our bodies, if our bodies begin to feel tension or stress, or aches or pains, or if you struggle with any physical effects, like, it's starting on a mental level. So we can really begin to create stillness and create quiet. Then we can form a relationship with our bodies and our minds, and it allows our minds to be filled with peace and presence. And when you begin to feel peace and presence, this regulates your nervous system, and you're literally self-soothing yourself. So think about what maybe you did as a kid to soothe yourself. For me, it was definitely eating, but I also sucked my thumb for a really long time. I also had a blanket. I still really like blankets. I'm still a big self-soother. But yoga is one of my favorite ways to self-soothe. So I hope this is helpful for you. We're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to ask you to, come down to your knees. Make sure you have something comfy on, actually I'm going to go this way, I remember. So put something comfy on and allow yourself to, come down to the ground, right, connecting to the earth. It's really important to humble yourself and to kind of come out of your mind, come out of your ego, come out of those doubts, those worries, those insecurities, those fears that especially keep you guarded. And if you find yourself very defensive, very on guard, think of the Queen of Swords. Her greatest quality is like communication, but sometimes she can communicate really harshly. If she's not grounded, if she wasn't in her, if she was in more of her like shadow aspect, she would, communicate really harshly. She would be really critical. She would be vindictive. She would be manipulative. She would be like very cold and distant and withdrawn and icy and just, stab you in the heart, kind of like, because that's how it's like bitterness, resentment, anger. That's kind of like Queen of Swords' shadow side. So if you have that energy, and I know I do, and a lot of women I'm thinking of Taylor Swift, Mad Woman, so if that comes to you and you're a Taylor Swift fan, definitely I channel that energy when I go for walks, because one of my favorite mental health tips is going out for a walk, listening to your favorite music. I listen to my, favorite album, and One thing I love about Taylor Swift is like you can really embody the character. So with the Mad Woman song, I like to walk very intentionally, and the Queen of Swords walks with a lot of intention, or she just has a lot of intention. So I like to channel my intention through walking and, you know, keeping my focus on my body, on my breath, on the earth, connecting to the beautiful things that are around me, you know, using my words to uplift me as I'm walking, because it's really important to get your body involved. If you're using positive affirmations, if you're wanting to kind of like retrain your nervous system and you're wanting to shift and form and make new habits to align with a better version of yourself, then you're going to want to get the body involved. It's really important because you can talk about it all day long, but you have to actually be doing and taking the work. So when you combine the positive talking and the positive affirmations with like physical movement, it will really help you to just, you know, create a lot of inner strength. But anyway, so just allow yourself to kind of be very gentle with yourself here, and it's going to be pretty simple and easy. So we're just going to come to all fours, and you want your knees to be like hip width apart, and you don't want to just like slunch here. You want to like be intentional, right? Engage your core, kind of pull your shoulders up and back, and make sure your spine is really nice and straight. You know, and we're connecting with the body here. That's what's really important. So it's not about what you look like. It's about, you know, creating this feeling of this like straight line from the base of your spine shooting out the crown of your head. So, you know, connecting with the muscles in your arms, connecting with the muscles in your hands and your wrists, and feeling your toes on the floor, you know, so connecting to your surroundings will help you to come out of your mind and to truly be with your body and create this sense of security and the safety that will help you, you know, to let down your guard, to help you communicate with more ease in your relationships, to help you communicate more loving and kindly to yourself, and allow yourself to really, you know, be gentle toward yourself. And yoga is one of the greatest ways to teach yourself how to be gentle. If you didn't have parents that were gentle towards you, if you experienced a lot of abuse, like physically or emotionally or verbally, or you were yelled at a lot, or you had a chaotic home, your nervous system is going to be very dysregulated. And so you're going to constantly you're going to be addicted to stress. You're going to be addicted to pain. And so you have to really train your body and train your mind how to receive peace, how to receive pleasure, so that the only way you're going to experience it on the outside is if you begin to create those feelings, those elevated emotions of compassion and comfort and safety and security and abundance within. So it all starts inside, and that's why yoga is so good for that, because it really allows for you to come and connect with your intuition, connect with your body has so much wisdom, and if you can really listen to those signals and the symptoms of your body, then it's going to really empower you, and it's going to make you feel really strong, and it's going to give you a sense of like, okay, I know exactly how I need to take care of myself. And then you take care of yourself in relationships, and then you teach your children, you teach your husband, you teach people how to love you by the way you love yourself. So that's a really important reminder. And let's go ahead. We're going to move into downward dog. So if you've never done this before, don't be scared. It's, you know, just be gentle with yourself, like I said. But all we're going to do is kind of, you know, connect our toes to the earth, and we're going to just gently guide our butts up into the air, kind of coming back onto the heels as far as you can go. And it's not about being perfect, it's just about kind of holding your center here, engaging with your core, feeling connected to yourself. I like to get a good stretch in here. You can kind of like move back and forth, pedal. Taking in a nice deep breath here, in through the nose. And exhaling out the mouth. One more, and when you're exhaling, breathe into your core, in through the nose. Exhaling into the core. Okay, great work. Now we're going to bring our right foot up to meet our right wrist. And you can do that however you can get to the top. If you need to crawl, that's fine. Bringing it up, allow yourself to assist yourself. And then we're going to do the same thing to our left foot. So however you get there is fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. Give yourself a little clap. Be proud of yourself for getting here. And now we're going to do a little hanged man pose, as I like to call it, standing forward fold. And what we're going to do here is allow our limiting beliefs. We're going to imagine a trap door at the crown of our head. And just imagine all your ancestral limiting beliefs, your societal limiting beliefs, your doubts, your worries, your insecurities, your fears, all of it. Letting it all go, imagine them just draining out, emptying out. We're going to create presence and emptiness in our mind. So, and we're literally going to shake our heads like this, nice and gently. And as you do this, close your eyes and imagine all that negativity emptying out of your mind. However you imagine it is fine for you. You can go back and forth, ear to ear. Connecting to the muscles in your neck. You might feel some like pressure at the crown of your head. That's beautiful. You're letting it all go. All right, now we're going to take a deep breath in and come up halfway, lifting ourselves. Still creating that nice straight line, and then exhaling to let it go. Then I like to do a little stretch to the side. And other side. We're making our body feel good. We're feeling strong in our bodies. And now we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to scoop up from the earth, so bending slightly at the knees. And imagine you're pulling up the earth, oh yes, to cover you. Breathing in deeply. Taking your right wrist or your right hand to grab your left wrist. Breathing in and bending towards the right, bending at your hip. Taking a deep breath here, in through the nose. And out the mouth. Breathing in to return to the top. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Left hand to right wrist. Bending to the left. Feeling that stretch in the side body here. Breathing in deeply. Exhaling with control. Inhaling to return to the top. Yes. Reaching, 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 and then coming down like it's raining down beautifully. Whew. Good job. Letting it all go and shaking that head again. Letting all that negativity go. Staying connected to your feet. Breathing in deeply. Coming up halfway. Exhaling to let go. And now we're going to go into Warrior One. So bringing your left leg back as far as you can go, but it doesn't just go as far as is comfortable for you, and you can bring it out a little bit wider to have a very more stable base. So we're going to lift ourselves up here with our breath. Go as gently and slowly as you need. Lifting your arms straight up. Taking a deep breath to look to the sky. Oh, beautiful. Exhaling deeply. Another deep breath in through the nose here. And exhaling to, I like to call this this is my rainbow protection here. So you can kind of just imagine a rainbow from one end of your hand to the other, right? This is our rainbow protection. Taking a deep breath here, and I always repeat here, I am a warrior. And then scooping up and creating that rainbow as we move to the left, straightening the front leg. And there I like to repeat, I am a peace warrior. Coming down to your wrist meeting your right ankle, left arm straight up in the air. Taking a deep breath in the nose, exhaling out the mouth, lifting up. I am a warrior. I am a peace warrior. That rainbow protection. I am a surrendered warrior. Left palm comes to the earth. Right arm straight up in the air, feeling that twist. Bring your right wrist to come down to your right foot. Coming back into a plank. And repeating here, I am strong. And then we're going to come down, belly to the earth. Breathing in. Exhaling to the earth. Toes come up. Lifting your body down, back into downward dog. Taking a nice deep breath here. Now we're bringing the foot up first to meet the left wrist, and the right foot to meet the right ankle. Back to that hanged man position. We're just going to be switching sides here, so once again letting that go. Breathing in to lift halfway. Exhaling to let it all go. This time we're scooping up. Connecting with your rhythm. This time we're going to create our own little sword. So I'm going to come this way just to give you a better view. So you can't really see my hands, but I'm creating a sword in prayer position. So allowing yourself to breathe in deeply here, stretching. For the same thing, just bending to the right as you exhale. Feeling that stretch in your left side body. Taking a deep breath. Inhaling to center. Exhaling to the left. Feeling that stretch in the right side body. Taking in another deep breath. Exhaling to feel that stretch. Inhaling to center. And as we exhale, we're going to bring our sword down to our third eye chakra. And go ahead and close your eyes if you would like here. We've emptied our mind. We've protected ourselves energetically. And now we're going to be selecting our thoughts. I like to take a moment of silence here to anchor my energy, to kind of bask in the peace of connecting with my body, feeling at one with my body. That's what yoga is. It stands for unity. It's like uniting with your body again, uniting with your spirit, your heart, your mind. I like to repeat out loud, like, I am choosing clarity. I am choosing focus. I am choosing to align with my highest self. I choose to use my imagination to focus on my strengths, to focus on my beauty, to focus on my power, to focus on my health, to focus on my passions. I choose to connect myself to my inner vision and my inner hearing. I choose to rise above and see myself as my angels would, as my guides would, as the divine would. Taking a deep breath here. And exhaling to bring your sword down to your heart space. Keeping your eyes still closed, bowing your head slightly to your heart. I choose to let go of control. With each one taking a big deep breath, I choose to surrender. I choose to open, allowing yourself to still connect to the energy in your feet. Feel your hands against your chest as you're continuing to breathe in. I choose compassion for myself and others. I choose forgiveness for myself and others. I choose love for myself and others. I choose peace for myself and others. I choose wellness. I choose happiness. I choose joy. I choose connection. I choose to believe in myself. I choose to celebrate myself. I choose rest and relaxation. I choose to trust my heart, my intuition, my gut. I choose hope and I choose faith. I choose to trust in the unknown. I choose vision. I choose acceptance. I choose creativity. I choose beauty and I choose pleasure. I choose strength and I choose courage. I choose confidence. I choose presence. Good work. Now we're going to bend slightly at the knees, bringing yourselves up to create a little bit of protection. Bringing our hands back into that, that sword, into that prayer position. And as we exhale, we're going to bow slowly, and so it is. Amen. Bowing back to the earth. Doing it slowly and gently, especially on that lower back. Allowing yourself to kind of hold yourself here. Taking a big, nice, deep breath in through the nose. And exhaling. And then we're going to rise up slowly. We are actually going to do one more. We're going to do our other side here. So we did one leg. So we're on to our next. Coming to bend slowly. Bringing your right leg back. Creating that wide base. Coming up slowly. Taking that big deep breath in to look up to the sky. And exhaling to open up. Bringing that rainbow down, right? That rainbow protection around you. And I just like to imagine the rainbow kind of protecting me here. You can kind of look up and just connecting with the energy of the angels here and allowing yourself to repeat, I am a warrior. Taking a big deep breath in through the nose. Exhaling, and then we're going to kind of like scoop it forward, creating that other rainbow this way. I am a peace warrior. Straightening that front leg, bending to the right arm up and over. Create that rainbow protection. And forward, bending at the knee, the left knee, bringing the left hand to the ground, right hand to the sky, creating a nice straight line. I am a surrendered warrior. Deep breath in the nose, exhaling, rising up. I am a warrior. I am a peace warrior. This time creating a twist, coming down. Right hand this time coming to the earth. Left hand going to the sky. I am a surrendered warrior. Bringing that left hand down to meet the left foot. Left foot comes back into the plank. I am strong. Allowing yourself to move down to your belly slowly and gently. Hands by your armpits. Breathing in deeply here. Exhaling to the earth. Feet, toes come up. Lifting ourselves back into downward dog. One more deep breath here. Good job, let it all go. Come down to your knees slowly, gently. Butt to your heels. Arms out in front of you. This is little child's pose. Head comes to earth. Or as far as you can get. If you can't get to the earth, that's okay too. Taking in 2 nice deep breaths here. is actually it for today. So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope it was healing for you. I hope it helped you to, select your thoughts, kind of come back to your body, help you ground, and to get yourself anchored for the day so that you can, create what you want to see more of. Even if you're experiencing, hard times, if you're experiencing things that are, feel like things are working against you, it's okay to feel that way, but making sure you find that inner sanctuary, finding that inner anchor that allows for you to stay, at peace, even when things aren't so peaceful outside of you. So I'm sending you so much love. Please be kind to your mind, be kind to your body, and I will be back next time. Take care.